Hello and welcome to Monday morning at SBR Engineering. Now, we promised to pick the camera up more, so here we are. I thought this morning could be a good opportunity for you to come with me. We're off to collect our latest car that we are going to be offering for sale. It's a local car, it's a car known to us. It's only down the road. I need a lift to go and get it. I'm going to ask Stuart and see what he says.
Okay.
Let's go. Yes, the Ferrari 360 Spider. Spider means it's a convertible for those that don't know, and it's not lost on me that today is not the weather to put the roof down, so we won't be doing that. It's windy and cold up here at the top of the Buckinghamshire hills. Let's get in the car and go for a drive. I'm freezing cold, I'm a bit wet, and I'm fed up with this mental British weather that we are having right now. But as I've been filming this video, I've realised it doesn't matter. I'm not bothered because I'm in a Ferrari, and I'll come back to that in a bit. Let's start with the 360 in general. Launched in 2000. Very different to look at to the car that it replaced, the Ferrari 355. Arguably one of the most beautiful Ferraris ever made, to be fair to it. But this car saw the pop-up headlamps go. It saw glass engine covers introduced. We can now see the engine of the car. And this was an all aluminium construction, which was a first for Ferrari. 3.6 litre V8 engine, hence the name Ferrari 360, which produced a bit more power than the 3.5 in the 355, just under 400 horsepower, good for 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds and 185 miles an hour. It was slightly heavier than the 355, but nevertheless the power to weight ratio was better, but a much different car to drive. Bigger, more refined, better finished, much nicer in here for me, much easier to drive, much easier to drive. It felt very, very different, and right now I think these are stunning value. I also think they look great now. When they first came out, the styling divided a bit of opinion because it was so different, but as they've aged, I think they've got better and better and better. Looking at the values of all Ferraris at the moment, I think these are a cracking buy. And this car in particular falls into what I believe to be bargain Ferrari ownership. So let's talk about this car in particular and why I think this is a Ferrari bargain. The holy grail of Ferrari 360 Spiders would be a red car with a manual transmission. Everyone loves a manual Ferrari, the gated manual as they say, and everyone loves red. It's the most popular colour. Prices therefore of a red manual 360 Spider are quite high. This car, Grigio alloy, which incidentally is the launch colour for the 360, F1 transmission, which is the paddle shift gearbox. Yes, it's not as fast as a modern day dual clutch transmission. The shifts aren't as sharp, I get all that, but gearboxes have come on a lot in the last 20 years, and this is still really good, still easy to live with, perfect for what I'm doing today driving around. It's an 02, it's a relatively early car, and it's done 43,000 miles, which in Ferrari world is actually, it's quite a few miles, but I don't see that as a negative. Actually, it's been serviced lots as a result. Things work, things are lubricated. We find less problems with the cars that have done this sort of mileage compared to the ultra low mileage garage queens that you can get. And talking of problems and maintenance, they're quite a solid car. In Ferrari terms, not much goes wrong with them. They've got the belt-driven engine. In fact, this is the last of the cars to have a belt-driven engine. And the tyre belt is recommended to be replaced every 3 years. Now on the 355, that was a mammoth job. It meant getting the engine out of the car completely to get access to the timing belt. On the 360, the clever guys at Ferrari have put a hatch in between the rear seats here, which means the timing belt replacement is a much easier job. And like I say, they're pretty solid, not much goes wrong with them. They're tunable, there's a range of parts available to make them look slightly different. The Challenge rear grills, an aftermarket exhaust, makes them absolutely sing. They sound glorious with an aftermarket exhaust on them. And indeed, we do a range of ECU upgrades that can transform both engine and transmission to Stradale spec, which is the pinnacle of 360 development. Reason to buy a Ferrari, number 12. When you think this car is Z4 Roadster money, this car is Audi TT Roadster money, it puts it all into perspective really. Yes, I haven't got Apple CarPlay, I haven't got heated seats or adaptive cruise control, which I'd have in my Z4 or my TT, but I know what I'd rather be in. I'd rather be in a Ferrari, because I can promise you this feels more special than a Z4 or a TT would. Now, I'll level with you, filming this video has been an absolute nightmare. We've had random weather, from freak hailstorms to horrendous downpours to blinding sunshine. We've had technical issues with microphones and cameras. What started off as going out on a Monday morning to get a car has turned into a Tuesday afternoon. And I don't mean Tuesday the day after Monday, I mean Tuesday 8 days later. It's been an absolute nightmare from start to finish. So I've covered a few miles in this car and it's been absolutely brilliant throughout. And that got me thinking, it doesn't matter that it took 8 days to film. It doesn't matter that we went out and the microphones didn't work and we lost half an hour of footage. None of it matters because I'm in a Ferrari. Now, I've got a real soft spot for this car, and I'll tell you why. Back in 2000 when I got married, I had a 360 Spider that I went to the church in. I drove to the church on my wedding day in a 360 Spider, and it was Grigio alloy, the same colour roof. It was identical. to this F1 transmission. It could have been the same car, to be fair. It's not, I've checked. But as a result, this car holds a special place in my heart. Special memories, yeah, good memories, obviously. Just confirming that for Mrs. Jez. Let's get it back to the workshop. Let's get it on the ramp and go from there. Yes, so there we go. Back at the workshop now at SBR Engineering with a very dirty Ferrari 360, but that's not a problem because Jasper's just told me he's going to clean it and get it ready for sale for us. We'll get it up on the ramp, go for our pre-sale checks as we do with all our cars, and get it loaded up onto the website where you'll be able to view it. That website is sbracengineering.co.uk. Bargain Ferrari ownership. Go and check it out, guys. Like and subscribe. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.